Dear students, hope you all are well. Today I discuss about MCQ on chapter 3 algebraic expression. Let's start. At first question number 1, which one of the following is the value of this? To solve this we write half the value. You all know the formula: a plus b whole square minus a minus b whole square equal to 4ab. By calculating this we get 2ab, so our answer is 2ab. Now second question, if x plus 2 by x equal to 3, what is the value of x cube plus 8 by x cube? Let's try to solve it. X here the question is x cube plus 8 by x cube. We can write this as x whole cube plus 2 by x whole cube. Now a cube plus b cube formula: a plus b whole cube minus 3a b into a plus b. Here given the value of x plus 2 by x equal to 3, so we can write 3 whole cube minus 3 into 2 into 3, so 3 cube equal to 27 minus multiplying those we get 18, so the answer is 9. Now question number 3, which one of the following is the factorized form of this? So let's solve it. Here we can write this as p whole square plus 1 square and plus p square. A square plus b square formula: a plus b whole square minus 2ab and plus b square, p square. So here p square plus 1 whole square. By calculating this we get minus p square. Now a square minus b square, a plus b into a minus b, so our answer is this. Now question number 4, if x equal to 2 minus root over 3, then what is the value of x square? So we find x square. By squaring this we get 2 minus square root 3 whole square. Now a minus b whole square formula: a square minus 2ab plus b square. By squaring this we get 4 minus 4 root over 3 and 3, so answer is 7 minus 4 square root 3, so our answer is B. Now question number 5, if f of x equal to this and f of x equal to 0, what is the value of x? Here the value of f of x is this and 0, so from these two equation we can write x square minus 5x plus 6 equal to 0. Then you all know the middle term method. We can write x square minus 3x minus 2x plus 6 equal to 0. Then by taking common x we get x minus 3, taking common 2 we get x minus 3 equal to 0. So x minus 3, x minus 2 equal to 0. From here we get x equal to 2 and x equal to 3, so our answer is A. Now question number 6, what is to be added to this so that their sum will be a proper square? Let's write here 9x square plus 16y square. We can write this 3x whole square plus 4y whole square. You all know that a plus b whole square formula is a square plus 2ab plus b square. Now we try to apply this formula here. So a square plus b square, we need plus 2a into b. If we write this, then we can write as a square plus 2ab plus b square, that is thrice x plus 4y whole square, which is a perfect square. So we need to add this term. The value of this term is 24xy. So our answer is C. Now question number 7. If a square plus b square equal to 9 and ab equal to 3, then there are 3 conditions. We prove them one by one. Let's start. Here given that a square plus b square equal to 9. So from here we can write a square plus b square. So a minus b whole square plus 2ab equal to 9. So a minus b whole square plus 2, the value of ab is 3 equal to 9. Multiplying those terms, we get 6 plus 6 becomes minus 6. So the value of a minus b whole square equal to 9 minus 6 equal to 3. So the first condition is right. Now second condition. From here we can write a square plus b square equal to a plus b whole square minus 2ab equal to 9. Then the value of ab is 3. If we put the value of ab as 3, here we get minus 6. Minus 6 become plus 6. 9 plus 6 equal to 15. So second condition is also right. Now third condition. Here a square plus b square, the value of this two term is 9 plus ab whole square. We can write ab whole square. The value of ab is 3, so we can write 9 plus 3 whole square equal to 9 plus 9 equal to 18. So all the conditions are correct. So our answer is 1, 2, 3. Now question number 8. If this is a algebraic expression, then first condition, variable of the expression is a. Here all you see that the variable of this expression is a. So condition 1 is correct. Now second condition, degree of the expression is 5. Here the maximum power of the variable is 5. So the degree of the expression is 5, which is also correct. Coefficient of a to the power 4 is 6. Here the coefficient of a to the power 4 is minus 6. So this one is not correct. So our answer is 1 and 2. Now if this equal to 0, answer the following questions from 10 to 12. So question 10, what is the value of x square plus 1 by x square? From here we can write x to the power 4 by x square minus x square by x square plus 1 by x square equal to 0. Here we dividing both sides by x square, and then here we get x square, here minus 1 plus 1 by x square equal to 0. So the value of this x square plus 1 by x square equal to 1. So our answer is 1. Question number 11, what is the value of this? Here we get x square plus 1 by x square equal to 1. From here we can write a square plus b square, a plus b whole square minus 2ab equal to 1. So this one becomes minus 2, minus 2 becomes plus 2. So our answer is 3. So answer is 3. Question number 12, what is the value of x cube plus 1 by x cube? Here from 11 we can write x plus 1 by x equal to a square root 3. So now a cube plus b cube, formula is a plus b whole cube minus 3 into a into b into a plus b. By putting this value, we get square root 3 whole cube minus 3 and square root 3. By cubing this, we get 3 square root 3 and minus 3 square root 3. So 0. So our answer is 0. Now question number 13. If a square minus b square equal to 4 and ab equal to 2, then what is the value of a square plus b square? Here we apply a theorem here. We can write a plus b whole square equal to a minus b whole square plus 4ab. Then here the value is 4, so 4 whole square plus 4 into a square b square. We can write it as ab whole square. So this one becomes 16. 4, the value of ab is 2. 2 square equal to 4. So 16 plus 16 equal to 32. 14. For which condition a minus b is a factor of this? Here we all know the remainder theorem. If we put b here, we get f of b. So our condition is f of b equal to 0. Now question number 15. If f of x equal to x cube minus x minus k and f of 2 equal to 0, then find the value of k. Here f of 2 equal to 0. So at first we find the value of f of 2 from here. So f of 2, here we put the value of x is 2, so we write 2 for all x. So 2 cube minus 2 minus k, it becomes 8 minus 2 minus k, that is 6 minus k. So the value of 6 minus k equal to 0. So 6 minus k equal to 0, so k equal to, so 6 equal to k, that is k equal to 6. So our answer is 6. Now question number 16. If x square plus 1 by x square equal to 7, then we will find those three conditions. To find the first condition, we can write from the given condition a square plus b square. Formula is a plus b whole square minus 2ab equal to 7. So from here we get x plus 1 by x whole square equal to 7 minus 2 becomes plus 2, that is 9. So the given first condition is right. Now to find the second condition, we can write a square plus b square equal to a minus b whole square plus 2ab equal to 7. So x minus 1 by x whole square plus 2 becomes minus 2, that is 5. 7 minus 2 equal to 5. So our given condition is not correct. Here all the options are double or triple, so the second condition is not correct. So our answer must be 1 and 3. So answer is 1 and 3. Here we don't need to find the third condition. Now question number 17. What is the factorization of 1 by 3x square minus 3? Let's try to solve this. Here 1 by 3 x square minus 3. At first we take common 1 by 3. Then the first term becomes x square, then minus. If we take common 1 by 3 from 3, it becomes 3 by 1 by 3. So 3 into 3 by 1, that is 9. So it becomes 9. Now 1 by 3 x square minus 3 square. So 1 by 3 a square minus b square. Formula is a plus b into a minus b. So our answer is 1 by 3 x plus 3 into x minus 3. Here is another question. At 5% profit rate, Taka 500 is invested for 1 year. The question is, What is the simple profit? You all know the formula. Simple profit I equal to PRN. The value of P is taka 500. The value of R is 5%. You can write this as 5 by 100, and time is 1 year, so the value of N is 1. Now calculating this, we get 25. So our answer is taka 25. Now question number 19. What is the compound principal? You all know the formula. Compound principal C equal to P into 1 plus R to the power N. Since the time is 1 year, so we don't need to apply this formula. For 1 year, the simple profit and compound profit are equal. So here we get the simple profit is 25 taka. So our compound profit will be 25 taka. So our principal is 500 and profit is 25. That is 525, which is our compound principal. Question number 20. What is the difference between simple profit and compound profit? Since the time is 1 year, so simple profit and compound profit are equal. So the difference is taka 0. Now another important question number 21. A seller buy 3 pens at taka 1 and sells 2 pen at taka 1. Then what is the percentage of profit? At first we need to find the amount of profit and then we find the percentage. Here the seller buy 3 pens at taka 1, so the cost price is 1 taka, and amount of pen is 3. So here 3 pen is buy, so we sell all of the 3 pen. Let's start. Here the sale price of 2 pen is taka 1, so for 2 pens the sale price is taka 1. So for 1 pen it is 1 by 2, and for 3 pens it becomes 3 by 2. Dividing 3 by 2 we get 1.5. So our cost price was 1 taka and sale price is taka 1.5. So profit equal to sale price minus cost price equal to 0.5. Here taka 0.5 is profit for 1 taka. So you can write for 1 taka the profit is 0.5. So for 100 taka it becomes 0.5 into 100, that is 50. So our answer is 50%. I think you all understand today's class. If you think this lecture is helpful to you, then share this lecture with your friends. Subscribe my channel to get my next lecture. Best of luck. Goodbye.